then I'll kind of get behind it. I'm personally a pesto guy first, but a sriracha aioli I can get behind because it's going to have a little spice and not just...
He's talking about the mayonnaise.
I figured.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mayonnaise is important. It's one of the 2 mother sauces of the cold kitchen. Come on, man. Do you know this?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that it's in a lot that I eat, but it's a hill I'm willing to die on.
That's fair.
So.
What about fish and chips? Do you have tartar sauce?
I don't go tartar. I go cocktail or straight hot sauce, and then I use the vinegar sauce on the fries.
What about remoulade?
See, remoulade I do fuck with, but it has to be actually well played, like Cajun dish. Like,
Sure.
I'm not going to just be like, oh, I have some remoulade in the fridge. And not to mention, everyone out here can't fucking make it. I think I've had it twice that it's actually
Challenge
worth
accepted.
All right. So we've been, Carnival and Mardi Gras season just wrapped for the listeners 2 weeks ago, but for us last week. It's very hard to find people that can actually create dank Cajun food here.
Yeah.
It's very white community out here.
It's work. My first real gig out of culinary school was at a Cajun restaurant for a couple of years.
Where was it?
In Boston. It was Dixie Kitchen, and I worked for this Cajun lady who I could hardly understand.
Formerly known as Bubblegum Shrimp?
No. This is how good this joint was. We didn't even have a liquor license, but there was a line down the street every day.
Was it brown bag? Could you bring your own booze?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, totally.
Nice. Also, when you said she could barely speak English, I just assumed, and Dixie Chicken, that woman may actually know what she's doing. If she talked like this, has a little bit of that Cajun roll, which is very similar to the Boston R's. You know how they roll their R's? It's very similar in Cajun country as well. So
very similar, yeah.
All right, yeah, I will take your challenge on remoulade sauce.
So is that where the sandwich dealio came from? Your roots back home, like deli sandwiches and stuff? You wanted to throw in sandwiches, or?
Yeah, it was partially that, and then it was partially a lot of regulars just giving me a hard time about having something else for them to eat besides pizza. So we started off without having any sandwiches on the menu. It would just be a sandwich a week, and that would be the only one we had. And then when we expanded to this side, because there used to not be a hole in the wall there. We used to just be over there. And, so when we expanded the kitchen and all that stuff, then we put sandwiches on the menu.
And so, it seems like it's, you're doing it right. And it may be because you came, like you mentioned, from the fine dining, but also from foodie and very competitive food markets. The outside of the Boston scene. I don't know exactly what Plymouth looks like. I'm just going to guess it's very white. But like the Napa and then the San Diego scene, those are very prominent scenes for foodies and things of that nature. So it seems like y'all have done it properly. You didn't over-rush yourself, and then you've slowly expanded the kitchen, and now y'all have taken on a new venture as well. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that because a lot of folks have now seen the pictures online of the dank donuts, the Berkeley Donuts that you've added to the menu. Where did the hell did that come from? It seems like it's a little out of left field.
It was totally unplanned. It was I was at a bachelor party in Portland, Maine with a bunch of chef pals. And one morning, after doing bachelor party stuff,
Coke?
Got out. You watch your mouth.
Sorry, it's my podcast. Coke. I meant we're Pepsi guys. That's why I was saying.
There you go. So we went out for breakfast to the Holy Donut in Portland, and they make potato donuts there. And I ate one. I was like, what is it? I've never... Blew my mind. I became instantly obsessed, and came back from Portland, started making donuts at home every day for about 2 years, all hours of the day. There was a fry later in my kitchen. It smelled like a carnival. It was disgusting.
Is it similar to a Fry Daddy?
Yeah, basically at home it is. Yeah, absolutely.
It smelled like a carnival.
It was gross. It was
you must have
gross.
been to Louisiana once or twice.
And then I went back to eat the donuts again, just because it had been like a year and a half and making these things all the time. And, they were more of an inspiration, definitely not trying to copy those guys or anything. And I went back, and they have 3 locations there in 2 in Portland and 1 in Scarborough. And come to find out, their original location in Portland was next door to the house that my mother grew up in. So it just gave me this, it gave me this little kind of eerie feeling. And I was like, I feel like I must do this. And, here we are.
So what is it about like potato donuts that
elaborate
made you
on
think
that?
like?
Good question, Chris.
Thanks.
So we take russet potatoes, we cook them off, we put them through the ricer so that they'll get incorporated into the batter properly, and they add kind of an added texture, a fluffy lightness, but also makes them a little heartier. Gives the outside sort of a bark, like a little crispy crunch as you bite through it. which is really cool, like that added texture, and then just the added sweetness that a potato has on its own. So like kind of an earthy sweetness is kind of snuck in there too. It's really cool stuff, man.
Nice. Are you aren't doing anything like crazy donuts? Are you just doing kind of standards or?
Yeah. What are the flavors? What flavors do you pair with the potato addition to the normal fried dough? Like, is it a flavor set off? Do you have a gravy donut? Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself.
You might have just stumbled into something.
I'm sitting on a gold mine of genius ideas over here.
Potato, cheese, and gravy donut.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, please, with your genius. Show off.
Stand by. Okay, so we have a s'mores donut. So we're making some homemade marshmallow, and then we're toasting up with the torch, a little graham cracker streusel and chocolate on there. We have another one which has toffee. We dip the donut in toffee, then we dip it in pretzels, and then we drizzle some chocolate over that. So you got like sweet, salty, crunchy kind of thing going on there. Almond Joy, which is we make like an almond glaze out of almond paste and some other goodies, and then we dip it in toasted coconut and almonds. That goes on our chocolate cake donut.
Do you eat almond joys and mounds at Halloween time, or do you eat those year round?
Only at Halloween time these days.
No, yeah, could be. I don't know. I like marshmallow. The marshmallow one sounds appetizing. A lot of those sound really good. So I'm enthralled thoroughly.
So it's just the coconut.
It's really just the coconut that threw me off there.
We'll move past that.
Yeah, we can still be friends. I don't support the Girl Scout cookies when they're only selling samosas either. So it's not just
so
you.
Good.
I know, that's my go-to too.
Communist.
Well, I am a big fan of Mark's. We did joke about Carl earlier.
May I suggest for this donut thing, you get a hot now sign, kind of like Krispy Kreme, because that's like a goddamn alarm.
Just put it right out there, throw it on.
Yeah. Guys are going to walk in with tucked things. You're going to be so fired up. You're like, holy shit, as soon as it's turned on, it might as well say live nudes.
They're just falling from the sky.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do.
So are you making donuts all day, every day, or what?
Negative. We make donuts Wednesday through Sunday. A couple of the boys, Audie and Preston, they get here at 2:30 in the morning. Very dedicated kids. I get here at 5, and we open up at 7:30, and we go until they're gone.
How long while we have you, it's obviously been a small sample size. It's been about a week since y'all started this, so we're glad we got in here early before you become like the king of the donuts and the pizza. How long are they lasting?
Our weekdays, we made it through most of the day to the 12, 1, 2 o'clock range. Saturday and Sunday, we made it till 9:37 and 9:55.
Oh, I thought you meant 9:30 at comma 7. 9:37. You're very precise.
I was. Yeah. Well, it was kind of
that's a
monumental
braggable moment.
Yeah, it was. I'll never forget it. I was like, holy shit, we're out of donuts. That's kind of embarrassing and exciting.
No, I wouldn't think that would be embarrassing.
Well, for the folks who are still in line.
Yeah, it sucks for them, though. Get there early next time.
Kind of like a scumbag, yeah.
Well, I mean, you think that line's going to be bad. Wait till you see the stoned Appetit bump. You're going to have like 6 more people in line.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Fantastic.
You're welcome.
You're doing the Lord's work.
Water to wine. Water to wine. All right, so while we have you, before we kind of dive in deeper into the food scene around you that you immerse yourself in, I want to ask you 2 questions. Which has been your favorite genre of food to cook? And what's the next one after donuts? Like if you're going pizza, donuts, what's the next thing you would add to the kitchen? Like, is there something that we're missing here?
All right, so my favorite genre of food to cook?
Yeah, like I'm just trying to get a gauge here of what he may be cooking.
You're talking about for like me at home, what's what I'm making for myself when I want to eat it?
Sure.
I like tacos. Like
all fucking good tacos.
I can love tacos.
If there's a person out there that really doesn't like tacos, like, I don't know, there's got to be something off.
You just have to hate every kind of food. You know who hates tacos? Vegans. Because there's nothing like you can't enjoy. The taco is just a vessel for whatever you want to put in.
Sour cream and meat and cheese and other goodies.
Yeah. You could put cherry tomatoes and lettuce. I mean,
steak and gravy.
You could put anything.
It's wonderful.
To be honest, and y'all kind of do something similar here. Y'all have tacos on y'all's menu. Was that just more of a passionate thing, like everyone should have tacos in Colorado on their menu?
We were doing Taco Sundays. We were doing Taco Sundays our first year, and it became like problematic. We didn't have time to make pizza because we were making so many tacos. So when we expanded the kitchen, we put the tacos on the menu.
Nice. So should we expect, are y'all going to, there's nothing here because there's a parking garage. I don't know who's to your right, and I mentioned earlier that you have been kind of the flagship staple on this block and a multitude of turnover and things of that nature. Should we expect anything new or what's to come?
Shit, I don't know, man. I got a couple kids. I like to see them, spend time with the family. But, there could be another aha moment. I don't know.
He just started donuts, damn it.
I know, but sorry, he's a fucking genius. I mean, he's selling out of donuts already.
All right. Hold on 1 second, though. We haven't even figured this out. Like,
I was going to ask him.
When did HopsNPie first open?
September 29th, 2010.
Nice.
He did definitely say that earlier. He
said he moved out here in 2010.
That's a good point.
March. I moved out here in March 2010. Yeah.
Okay. Same, yeah.
That's my bad. Good job. I'm glad you circled back.
That's all right. You know what's funny is we've gone this whole time without talking either. Not only is the food good, but you guys have a killer beer program. Because I come up here, I know we always try to come up here during GABF. And because y'all do a shit ton of good tappings during that week. But I mean, regardless, like during the week, I mean, you guys in general have a good tap list. So who runs the beer list around?
I do.
You do?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I turned my hobby into my job on that one.
Yeah, there you go. So hold on.
Well, you've also got the beer club too. We
Yeah.
should definitely harp on that. So did you create this genius as well? Is this another food baby of yours?
Yeah. That was from the early days, and it kind of just took off.
So what is this beer club?
For $60 a year, you get happy hour pricing anytime. You get, which is $1 off drafts and $1 off drafts and slices, and Detroit pies and 12-inch pies. You get third draft free on Sundays, and one Sunday a month we give you 50-cent drafts, and you get in an hour before Gen Pop on Sundays.
How many times have you been to jail?
0.
You said that as if you knew the terminology.
Yeah, fun to say.
A beer on a Sunday.
I mean, that's
one Sunday a month. That's tying it off.
And so for those that want to come up here to HopsNPie, you can sign up at $60. It's a fucking steal. All those things. I mean, Sundays alone, Chris will break the bank. So I mean, like, juice is definitely worth the squeeze, the one-time fee. And so you've been doing that since opening?
I'd say like 4 or 5 months in.
And how many taps do we now? How many are you now servicing over there?
We can go anywhere from 21 to 25, 26. Yeah.
And then they had that slow draw one that kind of comes in like the champagne looking flute. That's the one I used to hit when I drink beer. That one slaps really hard.
Cascale? Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. So that was a really good segment of us talking to you. So this next segment is called Barbara Walters. And we're not actually out of the woods yet. Chris, you want to Barbara Walters them?
We're I mean, these are some hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, sorry. We did research.
So, as you know, the times they are changing, always.
Ooh, was that Out Cold?
Or Bob Dylan, or whatever.
Don't go changing.
That's TLC.
That's Don't Go Chasing.
Waterfalls.
Yeah.
Waterfalls,
Yes.
great song. Great song. Instant classic.
Oh, yeah, you're not out of the... We got a lot of movies to guess, so you're in the gauntlet.
All right, so as times change, what do you think is missing in Denver? Like, if there's one kind of like food thing that you think, or one concept that's really missing, or that really could be improved upon here in Denver, you aren't going to hurt anybody's feelings, you know.
Everyone listens. Everyone has to answer this question. Is there a genre we're missing? Is there one that we could improve on? What people do you hate? Call them out specifically by name. Whatever you want.
Or what type of restaurant would you like to see open next? Something like that.
I'd like to see. So I live out in the burbs now. We left city life recently. So what I'd like to see is more serviceable food out there.
You mean like not Cane's?
Just things you can go to and count on a good meal and not have to just dive into French fries out of safety. It's a hard thing out there, man. Taking the family out to eat for something that you feel good about.
Yeah.
What burbs did you pick?
Deep Arvada.
Does deep mean old town Arvada?
Beyond, much further.
Beyond, so you're almost
about
towards
25 minutes from here.
Okay.
Like foothills, like side of Broomfield, kind of.
Okay. Getting away from folks? Was that the goal? Was to have a backyard for the kids to run? Or
backyard for the kids and the best schools we could find. That's all that mattered to me.
That's what everyone's always worried about the kids. Nobody wants to stay in town and party with me. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I love to party.
We're going to be really.
Our schooling doesn't really matter. I mean, look at us.
Well, yeah, we didn't go to school. Look how well we turned out.
I couldn't tell.
Actually, we went to some of the top tier
like
schools in
studious
Alabama and Mississippi,
gentlemen.
respectively.
Yep.
And so you can see our top tier schools paid off.
Yeah, this is a house of learned doctors.
Good job.
Does
You
Dale
practically fixed my arm.
Yeah. Does Dale know that you don't pass that down?
Can you tell me what happened to your arm? I want to know.
Oh,
Tell our listeners, because you didn't debrief everyone.